Hey, it's Eric Crawford from WDRB Sports, and it is a great day whenever you get to be out at the football stadium in the middle of summer. So appreciate Louisville football coach Jeff Brohm taking a little time to spend a few minutes with reporters today to answer questions about the upcoming season and where the football team is to date, and a lot of general stuff. It's not a lot more specifics than we knew, say, at the end of spring, but it's still kind of good to get the update with Media Day just a few weeks away, start of camp just a few weeks away. Football is coming. That's the main thing to know. This is where we go through what Jeff Brohm said with just a little taste. We're not going to give you the whole thing. You can see the whole video at WDRB.com or our YouTube page. This is just a few little samples of what the head football coach said today. And we're going to start at quarterback. We know Taylor Shook is going to be the quarterback transfer from Texas Tech. If he had to pick a backup today, Jeff Brohm said it would be Pierce Clarkson. So that's a little bit of news. Here's what Brohm had to say about his quarterbacks.
We're excited about Tyler. I think he competed in the spring and did a good job. He showcased his arm strength. He's learned our offense. He has it down. He studies. He's a student of the game. He's a veteran. He's played a lot of football. He's had some ups and downs, which is good that he's been seasoned. So I think, even now we can spend some time with him, and we have. And I feel good about where he's at, and I think he can play at a high level. Obviously, he's had a few injuries through his career, but he was asked to run the ball quite a bit in the past, and while we'll have that package available, at the same time we want to make sure that we protect him. He can throw it. We get the ball in our playmakers' hands, and we don't have to run him as much. So we feel confident about his leadership skills, what he brings to the table, and we think he can have a big year. Clear cut. Right now, Pierce Clarkson would be the next guy in. Harrison Bailey and Brady Allen would be right there, and there will always be competition for that. There will always be competition for the starting spot. Right now Tyler Shook has proved that he's a really good quarterback with experience, and we like what we've seen. And the other guys are right behind him. But we'll always have competition there. Sometimes you kind of gauge and see what are certain strengths of each player, and if you need to develop a certain package for every game to have that ready to go, we're not scared to do that. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have those packages ready this year for different quarterbacks. And then unfortunately, if someone goes down like your starter, the next guy has to be ready to go in there and win the game for you.
All right, topic number 2. Let's talk about the defense. Defense was a big surprise last year from the Louisville football team. They were number 4 in the ACC in total defense. They were a top 10, 15 team in the country in run defense. It was a much bigger strength of this team than I think anybody expected. So the numbers they have back on defense has everybody excited, and the fact that they have who we all expected to be their best defensive player heading into last season, MJ Griffin, who missed the whole season with an injury, back. Listen to what Jeff Brohm had to say about his defensive unit.
Plenty of veterans, Ashton Gelati, Quincy Riley, amongst a whole slew of others. We've added some additional guys that have played a lot of football at some of those positions. So I think we're going to be able to play a lot of guys on defense. We want to be as aggressive as we can, but yet not give up big plays and keep the score low and create turnovers. But I like our pieces, and without question, I expect our defense to play very well this year.
This third topic is not a topic at all. This is going to be just a grab bag with a few things that Brohm said that I wanted to include here. You'll hear about the running backs, about recruiting, about the program in general. Just take a quick listen.
Jeff, kind of going along with obviously MJ, Renato, Ja'Cory, a few of the guys that were out. What's the update on them? How are they kind of progressing, and are they on track to be ready for the fall?
Well, those are very good players, and we're excited about the future. MJ unfortunately got hurt in camp last year, so he is fully healed and recovered. He's had a great summer. Looking forward to him having a great year. He's a really good leader, and I think he'll do a great job. Renato unfortunately got hurt in pregame warmups in the Pitt game. We lost him. He's getting close to 100%. I think by the time we can get to fall camp, he'll be there. But he's still got a little ways to go, but he's done a really good job. He's a very valuable piece as well. Ja'Cory Brooks had a shoulder issue that we had to get fully healed. He was limited in the spring. He's full speed now. Obviously, we're protecting him as well, but he's full speed. He's looking good. He needs to be a big part of our offense. Last year we had 2 running backs drafted. Only team in college football had 2 running backs drafted. Last year we had 2 running backs go to the combine. Us and Georgia are the only two teams that had two running backs go to the combine. Their two running backs did not get drafted. So I think we've been able to develop guys. They've played very well for us last year. We relied on the running game quite a bit last year. They came through for us. We still want to be balanced, but yet explosive as we can be, but you have to be able to run the football. So I think with the running backs we have, we feel like we're four deep. That does one or two need to step up and become that playmaker, the difference maker, the guy that you can count on every game? Yes, but at the same time, they've showed us some things at this point, and all of them need to be ready to go.
All right, that wraps it up for what Jeff Brohm said. As I said earlier, you can see the whole press conference at WDRB.com or the station YouTube page. We'll have more updates. Rick Bozich has a column at WDRB.com. Tyler Griever is putting reports on the news, television, old style, linear TV. I know you still watch, hope you still watch. Anyway, thanks for watching here today from L&N Stadium. I'm Eric Crawford for WDRB Sports.